If we're going to be champions, we can't be fair weather people. We've got to be there when the chips are down. We've got to be there when the smiles are on our faces. True champions fight every day. True champions fight all the time. True champions fight when they're tired. Anybody can go when you're on the mountaintop. But we got to go when we're down in the valley. And we're going to the top. But the march to the top starts right here tonight. This is the year of the Rattler. Go, Rattlers, go! And we're going to strike. And we're going to strike. And we're going to strike again.
This could get ugly.
About 92 degrees. It's probably down on the field feeling like about close to 100.
Yeah, I was just saying, Keith, and I noticed over on the bench here for the Samford Bulldogs, they brought their fans that put the little mist spray out, and reportedly they're working pretty good for them.
Yeah, Samford Bulldogs have their big fans on the sideline, and they are putting out some mist. The Rattlers have their fans out today, too. So both teams trying to stay as cool and as hydrated as possible. And fans, if you're coming to the game or on your way to the game, make sure that you hydrate with water as the Rattlers and Bulldogs are all set to kick it off. Chase Varnador will kick it off for the Rattlers of Florida A&M, and deep to receive for the Bulldogs will be Fabian Truss, their outstanding running back, and number 11, Kelsey Pope. And so we're just about ready to go here in Bragg Stadium between Florida A&M and Samford. Fabian Truss, Mike, an outstanding running back, probably one of the better backs we'll see all season long.
Yeah, a kid that's good in the open field. They'll try to throw him the little swing passes out of the backfield also to try to get him out of space. The clock is set, was stuck on 6 seconds there. Now we've got it squared away.
All right, we're just about ready to kick things off here at Bragg Stadium between FAMU and Samford. Again, Chase Varnador kicking it off. The Rattlers decked out today in orange helmets, orange jerseys with green and white numbers, orange and green pants, and the Bulldogs in blue helmets, white jerseys with red and blue stripes, blue numbers, and white pants and red and blue piping. Here we go. End over end kick. High kick from Chase. This is going to be Fabian Truss at the 15-20. Truss going to be hit and dropped at the 27-yard line. That's a good tackle, good solid tackle by the Rattlers there. Looks like number 54 for FAMU. That's Curtis Alexander, the freshman outside linebacker out of Quincy's East Gadsden High School. Let's take a look at the Samford offense as they come out for their first possession. Kelsey Pope, the wide receiver. The left tackle is Kyle Champion. Casey Morrison is the left guard. The center is C.H. Scruggs. Armando Bonner is the right guard. Gunnar Bromelo is the right tackle. Tony Philpott is the tight end. We'll give you the rest of the Samford lineup after this first play. Andy Summerlin at quarterback. And on first down, he gives to Fabian Truss, and Truss straight ahead across the 30 to about the 31-yard line. And Truss is going to pick up about 4, maybe 5. We're going to call it second down and about 6 to go for the Samford Bulldogs. They go no huddle, wing left, twins to the far boundary, receiver isolated to the near side, and Truss in the backfield. Big tight end in for the Bulldogs now is number 88, Zeke Walters. 6'1", 236, a senior from Birmingham, Alabama. Mike Samford is from Birmingham, Alabama. About a 5-hour trip down to Tallahassee, and on first down they throw this one out there, intended for Kelsey Pope, 6 foot, 202-pound senior out of Sylacauga, Alabama. Ball's incomplete. It's going to bring up third down and about 6 to go for the Samford Bulldogs.
Yeah, they're from Birmingham, Keith. A couple of Tallahassee connections. Of course, that's where Bobby Bowden both coached and played initially. was with the Samford Bulldogs, and also the son of their offensive line coach, Rick Trickett, is on the coaching staff here at Samford.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and 6 for the Bulldogs. And they go triplets this time to the far boundary. Isolated receiver to the near side, and Summerlin sets up, looks to pass, swings it out here for Truss wide open, and Truss is going to lunge forward. He's going to he's going to have a first down at about the 38-yard line of Samford, and that'll move the chains. First down, Bulldogs. And once again, Mike, the Bulldogs going, no huddle, trying to keep the tempo and the pace of the game going pretty fast.
Yeah, they're one of those teams, Keith, you're going to see them come to the line of scrimmage fairly quickly, but a lot of times they'll give a false count and then check with their sideline to get the audible.
All right, they go full house backfield this time, just like Tennessee State did a week ago. They looked at the films, you can tell. And here we go, receivers to either side. Summerlin from the gun, and he hands it off to Fabian Truss, and Truss finds a lane, fights his way into Rattler territory down at the 49-yard line before he's stopped by Jonathan Pillow. And Pillow for the Rattlers, 6 foot, 202-pound redshirt senior out of Jacksonville Mandarin High School. First down, Samford, and they're on the move at the Rattler 49-yard line with 13:33 to play here in the first quarter. No score, FAMU and Samford. Wing left this time. They give it to Fabian Truss once again. This time he's stacked up after about a 1 or 2 yard gain by the interior of that Rattler defensive line, Michael Lovejoy and Francis Mays.
Keith, this is a run-first football team. They want to establish that, although they are a spread team, and then throw play-action passes off of it.
2nd down and 9 for the Bulldogs. Twins this time to the far boundary. Summerlin rolls that way, sets up, swings the pass out there for Pope. He makes the reception, and he's driven out of bounds at about the 36-yard line of the Rattlers. But that is a Samford Bulldog first down, and they'll move the chains.
Keith, if you look down on the sideline, number 87, he has a couple of posters that have all kind of pictures on it. That's part of their play calling process. LeBron James, the Volkswagen picture of the Beetle on there and all that. That's part of their play calling process.
All right, here we go. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Their ball's resting at the Rattler 37. This is their first possession of the afternoon, and boy, they swing 5 receivers. They get it out here to Pope with basically that's a screen play, Mike, with 5 receivers out there to block for Pope, and he's going to pick up, let's see, they're going to bump him out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, looks like, and that's going to be a gain. They mark him at the 32-yard line, a gain of 5, 2nd and 5 for Samford. Wing left, Twins to the near side, man in motion, and they'd fake the jet sweep and give it to Truss, and Truss straight ahead down to the 29-yard line of the Rattlers. It's going to bring up 3rd down now, and about 3 to go for the Samford Bulldogs.
What you see from the Bulldogs, Keith, not a lot of different plays, but they are showing it out of a lot of different formations. Again, now they go with the 4 receivers to the same side of the field.
All right, they send the play in by the big poster side, and this time the Bulldogs send 3 receivers to the far boundary, wing left, and Summerlin, the lone person in the backfield. This time they fake the jet sweep, and boy, that was supposed to be a screen pass set up to Fabian Truss, but the Rattler rush knocked Truss down, and Summerlin just threw it away. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Samford Bulldogs. That's an outstanding defensive play by the Rattlers.
Yeah, Rattlers were able to get a stop. The Bulldogs were moving pretty steadily downfield, but the Rattlers toughen up as they get close to the red zone, and going to force the Bulldogs into a fairly long field goal attempt here. Looks like about a 47-yarder.
Yeah, Warren Henderson on to attempt the 47-yard field goal from the left hash mark. And here we go. Snap placement. Kick is on the way. And it is good. A 47. Linworth Lennon on the kickoff from Michael O'Neal. He is trapped behind. He's going to be dropped at the 2-yard line. That's excellent kick coverage down there by the Samford Bulldogs. Linworth bobbled the kick. Then when he got control of the football, actually it was James Owens. It was James Owens. When James got actual handle on the football, the Bulldogs were all over it.
Yeah, and it's going to put the Rattlers on a tough position here on this first drive inside their own 5-yard line.
All right, Let's take a look at the Rattlers starting offensive lineup. It'll be Dwayne Harvey at flanker. The left tackle will be Zary Patterson. Keontae Cash is the left guard. Kevin House is the center. Ryan Templeton is the right guard. Doug Almendarez is the right tackle. Michael Etheridge, the tight end. At running back, James Owens, 5'9", 180, the redshirt senior out of Apopka. Damian Fleming, the quarterback, 6'3", 210, a junior out of Jacksonville. Lonnie Lockett is the fullback. And Linworth Lennon, the other wide receiver. Damian hands it off to James Owens, and Owens finds a short seam, crosses the 5 out to about the 6, maybe the 7-yard line. And that's going to be a short gain of about 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 to go for the Rattlers of Florida A&M. It's 11:06 to go here in the first quarter, and the Samford Bulldogs lead 3-0. Rattlers send Dwayne Harvey wide to the far boundary, and over here to the near side is Linworth Lennon. In the backfield is James Owens, and we've got penalty markers on the play. It's going to be a legal procedure, the call against FAMU.
Yeah, and the Rattlers.
False start. Offense. Number 27. Half the distance to the goal. Remains 2nd down.
Linworth Lennon guilty of the false start. And so the Rattlers get a half the distance to the goal and make it 2nd down now and about 11 to go from 2nd and 7. That's James Owens, the ball carrier. And James is going to be actually going to pick up about 5 yards. Going to make it 3rd down and about 6 to go for a Rattler first down.
Well, that is the sound of the Samford Bulldog coaches next door.
Yeah. I
don't know if their communication is working or not, but he's probably can hear him on the sideline yelling down.
Yeah. Here we go. Rattlers on 3rd down and about 6 to go. Bulldogs jump across. Now Damian looks to the sideline to get the signal. And here we go. Rattlers have James Owens in the backfield, Linworth Lennon wide to the near boundary, and Dwayne Harvey to the far side. And Damian takes a drop, looks downfield, fire for Linworth Lennon, and that pass is incomplete. Overthrows the intended receiver. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 6 to go for the Rattlers. And boy, the Rattlers, Mike, on this first series are going to have to punt from deep in our own end zone.
Boy, and it really looked like Linworth was being held there on that pattern there as he tried to turn it upfield. Bulldogs hope to come out of this, though, with good field position as their punt returner. Fabian Truss is lined up at about midfield.
Colby Blanton on the punt. He's punting from about 3 yards deep in the end zone. And with 9:39, the Bulldogs should get excellent field position out of this exchange. And here's the kick. A beautiful high spiral. Truss is going to field this as a 45 midfield, 45-40, 35-30, still on his feet, 25-20. Cuts back 15-10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown Bulldogs, but it's all coming back. There are penalty markers on the play.
Yeah, the penalty marker over here on the numbers on the left side. But, boy, Fabian Truss is going to go into the end zone. That can't be a good omen for the Rattler special teams. This is an outstanding group of special teamers from Samford. Let's see what the referee has to say here.
Holding on the receiving team. Number 21. 10 yards from the end of the kick. 1st down.
And so that will nullify a touchdown for a return for a touchdown by the Samford Bulldogs. And that was a huge break, Mike, for the Rattlers of FAMU.
Yeah, that's going to back the Bulldogs up inside the 35-yard line. Yeah, that took points off the board. Rattlers, again, though, on special teams, giving up the end zone. I'm going to give you that Rattler defense while we got a second. James Broder, 6'5", 245 is the left end out of Fort Walton Beach, Choctaw. Michael Lovejoy, 6'4", 265 is the nose guard. The right end is Francis Mays, 6'10", 295. He's from Bimini, Minnesota.
All right, here we go. Andy Summerlin and the Bulldogs are set. We'll let Michael give you the rest of that Rattler defensive lineup after the play. They give it to a new back in the backfield now for the Bulldogs, and he's got a big hole down at the 35, 25, 20. Run out of bounds is...
Yeah, there's a penalty marker down back here, Keith, but I think the Rattlers were offside.
DeMorris Bledsoe, 6 foot, 198-pound, redshirt sophomore out of Sylacauga, Alabama. And Bledsoe, if this goes against the Rattlers, is going to set the Bulldogs up in the red zone.
Yep, looks like they're moving the ball on downfield.
Offsides. Defense. Number 8. That penalty is declined. First down.
Head coach of this team, Keith, is Pat Sullivan. And I might be aging myself, but I actually remember when Pat Sullivan was a player with the Auburn Tigers. A Heisman Trophy winner throwing the ball to Terry Beasley.
Wow. I knew the name was very familiar, but now it makes sense. Okay, here we go. Bulldogs will have a first down and 10 at the Rattler. Looks like 26-yard line when play is resumed. And it will be Bledsoe again in the backfield. They'll go wing.
Gotcha.
I think there was some mistake with the clock. Now they're going to wind it once again.
Bledsoe in the backfield for Andy Summerlin. And Summerlin, they go with a full house backfield once again. 2 wings. They give it to Bledsoe, and Bledsoe tries to find a seam, but this time it's James Broadus who comes up and makes the tackle. 6'5", 245, the redshirt sophomore out of Fort Walton Beach.
Yeah, the rest of that Rattler defense has Michael Dupree, 6'2", 230. He's been the leading tackler both weeks at one of the linebacker spots, along with William Smalls out of Austell, Georgia. Bobby Jackson out of Miami Jackson is the Sam linebacker, and the Rattler linebacker is Akil Blunt.
All right, here we go. Second down and 10. Summerlin looking to pass, has pressure coming, tosses this pass down. It's a great catch out of bounds at about the 8-yard line of the Rattlers, and that pass was caught by Chris Cephas, 6'2", 211, the redshirt senior out of East Dublin, Georgia. And the Bulldogs now with the first down and goal to go at the Rattler 8-yard line.
This is a veteran team, Keith, at the skill positions. Both their wide receivers are seniors, along with their starting H-back and running back. And Andy Summerlin actually is a redshirt senior out of Apopka.
All right, Summerlin with Fabian Truss in the backfield now, gives it to Truss, and Truss finds the seam. He's gone. Touchdown for Samford. Truss goes in from 8 yards out, and the Bulldogs add to their lead.
Yeah, this is a tough Bulldog team, Keith. This is a team that led Arkansas out of the tough SEC West going into the fourth quarter. They gave up a couple of late touchdowns and lost that game 31-21, but a 10-point loss to an Arkansas team out of the SEC is not bad.
All right, Warren Henderson on to attempt a point after at 7:53 to play here in the first quarter. There's a snap placement. Kick is on the way, and it's good. And so the Bulldogs extend their lead to 10-0 as Henderson adds the extra point after the Fabian Truss touchdown run. And it's 10-0 in Tallahassee in favor of the Samford Bulldogs. And Mike will stay right here while we
backfield, try to get him out in space. He's that kind of runner. But again, they played Arkansas really tough, Keith, and lost that game going down the stretch. But they also knocked off an FBS team in the first week after they knocked off Georgia State.
All right. And so the Bulldogs all set to kick it off. Michael O'Neal will do the kick, and the Rattlers will have Al Tariq McBurst deep to receive. And back there with him is Vasky Paul. O'Neal all set to kick it off. 7:53 to play in the first quarter. It's 10-0 Samford. And this is Al Tariq McBurst, but he will not run it out, and so the Rattlers will begin on our second offensive possession. 1st and 10 from our own 25-yard line.
And I'll try to give you that Samford Bulldog defense. On the left end is Michael Pierce, 6'3", 390 out of Daphne, Alabama. On the other end is Calvin Ruff, 6 feet, 240. He's a redshirt junior from Tampa. The nose guard is Jerry Mathis, 6'3", 290 from Conyers, Georgia. And Jeremy Towns is the tackle, 6'4", 290, a redshirt senior from Dolomite, Alabama. The linebackers on the outside, Bobby Wilson, 6'1", 217 from Shelbyville, Tennessee. And Justin Cooper, 6'2", 218 from Fort Lauderdale. The middle linebacker and leading tackler is Justin Shade, 5'10", 229.
All right, here we go. Rattlers sent. They go wing right. Orange helmets are down. Damian now sends a man in motion, and we've got penalty markers on the play.
The cornerbacks, Tay Lewis, 6'1", 199 from Columbia, Alabama, along with James Bradbury.
Number 58, offense. 5-yard penalty, remains, first down.
That's Kevin House for the Rattlers, and that'll back us up 5, make it 1st down, and 15 to go for FAMU. All right, Rattlers set to go. Sends a high snap as we run the jet sweep. Penalty markers on the play. And, boy, the Rattler offense struggling, Mike, here early against the Samford Bulldogs.
Yep, the rest of that defense, James Bradbury, 6'1", 205 is the right corner. Their safeties, Trey Wesley, 6'1", 188 from Hiram, Georgia, and Jaquiski Tart, 6'1", 218 from Mobile, Alabama. Jaquiski? I'll go with Jaquiski. But right now, the Rattler offense is sputtering, Keith.
Illegal formation, offense. The penalty is declined. 2nd down.
2nd down and 15 now for the Rattlers. 7:46 to play, and the Rattlers trail the Samford Bulldogs 10-0 here in Tallahassee. And here we go. Damian Fleming and the Rattler offense. And we've got penalty markers on this play.
And again, it's some kind of snap infraction.
False start. Offense. Number 27. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
A comedy of errors right now. 2nd down and 20. As it's been
Rattlers got to get something going. Dwayne Harvey is going to be wide to the near boundary. Linworth Lennon is wide to the other side with Rattlers go 4 wides this time, triplets to the far boundary. And Damian sets up, looking to pass. Boy, dancing around. Damian hit, breaks one tackle, still on his feet, trying to find some room to work. Runs back into his own offensive lineman, and Damian is going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 16 yards to go for a Rattler 1st down.
Yeah, and Keith, what you much rather see Damian do right there is once he got turned upfield, just go ahead and get what you can get. Don't take those hits coming from angles where you're not expecting players to come from.
Yep, gotta head north and south, not running east and west. All right, 6:38 to play. First quarter, it's 10-0 Samford. The Rattlers trying to get something going offensively on our second possession of the afternoon. 3rd down and 16 to go with the ball on our own 18-yard line. Damian this time sets 3 receivers to the far boundary and isolates Dwayne Harvey over here to the near side. Again, a high snap. This pass, though, is caught by Dwayne Harvey, and he's going to be bumped out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. That'll be short of a Rattler 1st down by about 4 yards. And so, Mike, even though the Rattlers are in a punting situation, it seems as though the offense settled down and began to find some momentum toward moving the football against the Samford defense. That we'll get a better look at that in our next possession.
Yeah, it looks as though we can get open receivers against the zone they're playing if we can get enough time for Damian.
All right, on the punt is Colby Blanton, and it's Fabian Truss deep to receive. That ball is blocked, and the Rattlers pick it up and goes down. We only needed 6 yards, Mike. He could have probably picked up the first down. Got to be a little more aware of what's going on and where the ball is on the field. And so now Samford's going to take over. First down and 10 at the Rattler 24-yard line. Mike, we got to be more ball aware in a situation like that. All he had to do is pick up and go forward. He may have picked up the first down.
Yeah, got to know what situation you're in, but that's a big break here for Samford.
Samford now with the ball at the Rattler 24-yard line. And here we go. They throw the screen pass out here. It's caught by Pope, and Pope's going to be bumped out of bounds over there. Looks like it's Terry Johnson defending on the play for the Rattlers. But it's going to be a gain of 6 and make it 2nd down and 4 for the Samford Bulldogs. Once again, wing left. And here we go. They give it to Truss. Truss finds a seam, fights his way down inside the 15, down at the 14-yard line, and that should be enough for a first down, and they'll move the chains.
Yep, that's going to be a first down. 5:29 still remaining here in the first quarter. 10-0 Samford over the Rattlers right now.
All right, here we go. Bulldogs. Isolated receiver to the near boundary and flank twins to the far side. They give it to Truss, and Truss fights his way down inside the 10 to the 9. It's Devin Roberts on the stop for the Rattlers. But not before Fabian Truss picks up another 5 yards for the Samford Bulldogs.
Yeah, that Samford Bulldog front right now. Big Kyle Champion, 6'4", 302, and Casey Morrison, 6'2", 302, opening up some holes here on the left side.
All right, here we go. Andy Summerlin with the full house backfield, double wings, and Truss gets the call, got a big hole, and Truss fights his way down to the 4-yard line before he runs into a couple of Rattlers. Bobby Jackson on the stop for FAMU. 4:22 to go, and the Bulldogs will have a 3rd down and 1 inside the Rattler 5-yard line.
Yeah, Rattlers need to bow up right now. Keep the Bulldogs, at least hold them to a field goal attempt.
All right, Bulldogs with Truss in the backfield, 2 tight ends and receivers to either side. This is a power formation for Andy Summerlin. Summerlin gives to Truss. Truss cuts back. He has his legs cut from under, and that's a good tackle. But let's see if he had enough to pick up the first down. It was Akil Blunt on the stop for the Rattlers.
Looks like it's going to be 3rd down. No, it's going to be 1st and goal.
It's going to be 1st and goal. He had enough to pick up the first down. And so the Bulldogs with the 1st down and goal now from the Rattler 4. Andy Summerlin with Fabian Truss in the backfield. Once again, the 2 tight end alignment receivers to either side. Kelvin Clay over to the near side. They give it to Truss, and Truss fights his way, trying to lay out and put the ball across the goal line, but he's going to be stopped short. And it's going to be 2nd down and goal to go for the Bulldogs from the Rattler 1.
Yeah, and it was Big Frank Mays that time who got the initial penetration, Keith, broke that play down and allowed the rest of the Rattlers to get there. But it's 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line.
Truss in the backfield, Clay wide to the far boundary. Summerlin, they give it to Truss. Boy, they turned him to the sideways, Mike. I don't think he got in. It's going to bring up 3rd down and goal for the Bulldogs. On the stop for the Rattlers is James Broadus.
Broadus getting good penetration for the 2nd straight time, Keith. They've turned him back 2 times.
Yep, 3rd down and goal to go.
Oh, boy, he drops the football.
Summerlin keeps.
And he gets in.
And he goes in for the score. Andy Summerlin, the quarterback, on the quarterback sneak for the score.
And with 2:30 remaining here in the first quarter play, the Samford Bulldogs out of the Southern Conference have taken a 16-0 lead.
All right, Warren Henderson on to attempt the point after. Try to make it 17-0 Bulldogs here in Tallahassee. Here's a snap placement. Kick is on the way and good. And so with 2:30 to play here in Tallahassee, our score, Samford 17, FAMU nothing. We'll be back after these words from our network sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network.
Environment. For more information, call 850-329-6596 or on the web at www.pssoffl.com.
17-0 our score as the Bulldogs of Samford lead the Rattlers of Florida A&M. And it will be O'Neal kicking it off for the Samford Bulldogs. Rattlers struggling early here against this Southern Conference opponent, Mike. And some outstanding teams up in the Southern Conference.
Oh, absolutely. Several teams that have won and played for national championships have come out of the Southern Conference.
End over end kick, and this is Al-Tariq McBurst. And McBurst is going to take us out to about the 28-yard line where the Rattlers will begin our third possession of the afternoon, trailing 17-0. And Mike, we got to get something going offensively. And as you said, on our last possession, you could see that the Rattlers could find some open receivers against this Samford zone defense.
Yep, we just got to give Damon enough time to look off his primary receiver and go through his entire progression.
All right, here we go. First down, Rattlers. Ball's resting at our own 29-yard line. Rattlers shift. Blitz coming. And, boy, this is James Owens. And Owens fights his way across the 30 out to about the 33, maybe the 34. We'll see where they spot the football. That's going to be a gain of about 4. Well, a good 3.5. And it'll make it second down, about 6.5 to go for a Rattler first down. Linworth Lennon working the slot to the far boundary over there with Dwayne Harvey. High snap once again. And we give it to the back in the backfield. We're going to lose, looks like, a yard on the play.
Yeah, what the snap is doing, Keith, is throwing off the timing of the play.
Right.
That was Omari Albert that time, the runner. But the entire timing of the play is thrown off by the high snap.
Third down and about 7 to go for a Rattler first down with a minute 32 to play here in the first quarter. The Rattlers trail 17-0 to the Samford Bulldogs. All right, here we go. Damian Fleming fires. His pass is caught by Linworth Lennon, but Linworth immediately taken down at the 36-yard line by number 22, Cody Brooks. And Brooks, 6'1", 200-pound redshirt freshman from Kellyton, Alabama.
They've got some big corners starting up on this defense, Keith. A couple of kids right around 200 pounds and both over 6 feet tall.
Fourth down and about 2 to go for the Rattlers. Colby Blanton on the punt. And Mike, gradually, slowly but surely, we're getting better field position.
What, the Rattlers?
But the punt sails out of bounds, and we keep giving Samford excellent field position.
Yeah, and it was close to having another punt block, Keith. I don't even think they had the block on that time, but they had a lot of penetration.
And so the Bulldogs will start first and 10 at their own 42-yard line. Samford is moving right to left or heading toward the north end zone as you watch your radio or listen to this broadcast. 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and it's 17-0 Samford. Summerlin lines up from the gun now. He steps up Anderson and backs out. And it's Bledsoe in the pistol. And they give it to Bledsoe. And Bledsoe trying to find an angle before he runs into a host of orange jersey.
Yeah, and it's important for the Rattlers to win first down against a running football team that Keith, to force them into passing situations on second and third down.
Pick up of 3, second down and 7 to go for the Bulldogs. Ball's resting at the Samford 45-yard line. And Chris Cephas checks in for the Bulldogs. He lines up as the near boundary receiver. And this time Summerlin sets up the pass. He's hit. He's going to be sacked. That's a great defensive play by the Rattlers. Brandon Denmark crashing through and sacks Andy Summerlin for a big loss.
Yeah, looks like a kill Blunt also with some penetration on that sack.
And so it's going to be a loss of about 6 yards and make it 3rd down and about 13 to go now for the Samford Bulldogs. That's the end of the first quarter of play here in Tallahassee. Defensive play by Brandon Denmark and Akil Blunt. It's going to be 3rd down and 13 to go for the Samford Bulldogs as we begin the second quarter. Andy Summerlin from the gun. Bulldogs now heading left to right or heading south. And Summerlin steps up to the line, gets his play call from the big posters on the sideline. Twin receivers to the far boundary and twins to the near side. A spread formation. Rattlers bringing the blitz. They dump it out here for Bledsoe, and he heard some footsteps coming. Patrick Aiken was coming up, and that's going to fall incomplete and bring up a 4th down. So the Rattler defense, Mike, stops.
And the Rattler defense is starting to pick it up. Big Frank Mays again applying some pressure. In the first quarter of play, the Samford Bulldogs run 22 plays. They pick up 130 yards. The Rattlers run 9 plays and only pick up 31. It's Fabian Truss, 42 yards and 10 carries.
Greg Paranich on the punt for the Bulldogs. And Terry Johnson deep to receive for the Rattlers. Nice tight spiral. Terry calls for the fair catch and makes it at the 19-yard line. And so the Rattlers will begin 1st and 10 from there.
The content of this Florida A&M University football broadcast on the Rattler Sports Network is the explicit copyrighted property of the Florida A&M University Rattler Boosters Incorporated. Any rebroadcast, recording, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Rattler Boosters is prohibited. The Rattler Boosters Incorporated is a direct support organization of Florida A&M University. This broadcast is a production of Vantage Media Partners of Florida, Incorporated.
All right, Rattlers with a 1st down and 10 now from our own 20-yard line, moving right to left, heading toward the north end zone. Damian Fleming sets an offset eye, now shifts to have an unbalanced line with James Owens in the backfield. Play action. Damian, boy, quickly has to throw this one away as the Bulldogs had a stunt on, and, boy, they brought 2 defenders right up the middle at Damian Fleming.
Forced him immediately out of the pocket, and a lick was put on Damian at the end of that play.
2nd down and 10 for the Rattlers from our own 20.
Yeah, and it's important for the Rattlers to get a couple of 1st downs at least, Keith, to give that defense a chance to rest and make some adjustments over on the sideline.
All right, here we go. Damian from the gun. And here we go. James Owens in the backfield. And Owens, we're trying to find a seam. Going to pick up a yard, maybe 2. And it'll bring up 3rd down, about 9 to go. They're only going to give him credit for a yard on the play. 3rd down and 9 for the Rattlers.
And a big 3rd down play to keep this drive alive and maybe give this defense a little bit of rest here.
3rd down and 8 to go.
All right, here we go. Damian with receivers. Isolated receiver this side. That's Dwayne Harvey. Triplets to the far boundary. And Damian sets up halftime, fires across the middle through the pass behind Linworth Lennon. And it's going to bring up 4th down for the Rattlers. Once again, Mike, the Rattler offense struggling to get something going.
Yeah, not having any success on these 3rd down plays. Right now, the Samford Bulldogs playing a lot of zone defense, willing to give up the underneath throws and come up and make the tackle.
Fabian Truss is deep to receive for the Bulldogs. 13:54 to go here in the first half. The Rattlers trail 17-0. And it's Colby Blanton on the punt for FAMU. Good snap. This time Blanton has good protection. Good kick. Truss going to
The
field
left side's wide open again.
Midfield, 45. And Truss shakes off a couple of Rattlers, reverses field, 35, 30, 25, still on his feet. And Truss finally down at the 21-yard line of FAMU. That's an excellent return by Fabian Truss.
Yeah, and another special teams breakdown.
Yeah, Truss, 5'9", 185-pound senior out of Birmingham, Alabama. And the Bulldogs with the first down and 10 now at the Rattler 21-yard line.
Truss proving to be every bit as elusive as he was purported to be coming in here. He's going to have to take a break right now, though. He's tired after that return. They're going to put their number 2 back in, number 20, Damaris Bledsoe.
Yeah, Bledsoe's been a pretty good workhorse, too. Bulldogs with the first and 10 now at the Rattler 21-yard line. And they break the huddle quickly. Wing right, send a man in motion. That's Kelsey Pope. He comes in the backfield. And they run a reverse with Bledsoe getting the football. That's a little misdirection. And Bledsoe takes it down to about the 17-yard line of the Rattlers. And it'll make it second down and 5 to go for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs are ready. Wing right again. This time they give it to Bledsoe. Bledsoe fighting off tacklers. And finally, 2 Rattlers just stack him up and drop him. And on the play for the Rattlers is big number 90, Francis Mays, Frank the Tank. And that'll Akil Blunt on the stop also.
Yeah, Frank having a good early impact on this game. Called his name several times here with good penetration into the backfield.
And third down and 5 to go now for the Samford Bulldogs.
And again, the Rattlers want to hold them to a field goal attempt here, not let them into the end zone again.
Twins to the far boundary. Emmanuel Obajimi is isolated to the near side for Andy Summerlin. Rattlers bringing the blitz, and they fire. This pass is picked off. That's Terry Johnson. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 midfield, 45, 40. Terry Johnson still on his feet. 20, 15, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown. FAMU. Terry Johnson did it. Give it. He got it. Touchdown. FAMU. Terry Johnson had to go about 90 yards on that interception return. That's a pick 6, Mike.
Yeah, we got to see where he picked that one off from. He made a move, jumped the route, which was a slant, made the catch, and Terry Johnson had to outrun a couple of offensive linemen who were chasing him there. He pulled away going down the sideline, and the Rattlers get on the board with 12:08 remaining here before halftime.
Terry Johnson showing some speed. He got a convoy of blockers down the way, too. Got to give those guys credit. Here we go for the point after. Here's a snap placement. Chase Bonador's kick is up and good. And so with 12:08 to play in Tallahassee, it's Samford 17, FAMU 7. We'll be back after these words from our local sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network.
FAMU Boosters are a very special group of Rattlers. There are people who love the school and love those Rattler sports teams. The Boosters are me, and they are you. We're the only group that's sanctioned to raise money for the athletic department. Only the Boosters can give you parking in Bragg Stadium. Boosters not only buy season tickets, but they give from their hearts to make the teams better. They are those orange and green wearing and making people in Bragg Stadium parking lot with their reserved individualized parking and the names in the strike magazine. They come early to every home game and bother everyone not sporting their orange and green. When you meet a Rattler Booster, you're meeting a proud supporter of the legendary FAMU sports program. You are meeting someone who's putting their money where their Rattler heart is. Someone who's giving at a level that is more than season ticket, more than a parking space, but someone who's giving extra because they want to make a difference. Join the FAMU Rattler Boosters, one of the strongest and largest booster groups in HBCU sports. We are FAMU. Would you expect anything else? Call a booster office at 850-224-6093. Rattler Boosters, mission of tradition.
It was 83 yards, Terry Johnson's pick 6. And it was Patrick Aiken who actually, on the return for the Rattlers. Patrick Aiken goes 83 yards on the pick 6. And here we go. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs. And Andy Summerlin hands it off. This is Bledsoe, and Bledsoe going to be stacked up, but not before, Mike. He gets a good 5 yards on the carry.
Yeah, they've got a good, tough blocking offensive line, Keith, and they're showing a lot of formations where they've got 2 tight ends in the game. One sometimes may shift back into an H-back position, but a lot of big blockers in the ball game for them at all times.
So it was Patrick Aiken on the pick 6, 83 yards, and the Rattlers are on the board after the Chase Barnador extra point. Screen pass sent up. It's Bledsoe once again, and Bledsoe breaking tackles midfield, 45 down at the 44-yard line of the Rattlers, and that's a first down for the Samford Bulldogs.
Yeah, and Coach Holmes and Coach Kirkland cannot be happy right now with the way the Rattlers are tackling. Samford backs running right through those arm tackles.
Bulldogs with the first down and 10 now at the Rattler 44-yard line. And here we go. Play action. Summerlin looking to pass, got pressure, hit and set. Well, he throws this one away. It was number 93 for FAMU, Matthew Caleb Helms. 6'4", 255, the sophomore out of Tallahassee, North Florida Christian. Their penalty markers on the play.
Yeah, that's got to be holding thrown in there.
And once again, the Rattlers get good pressure on quarterback Andy Summerlin.
Offense. Number 9. 10-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
And Mike, hopefully Aiken's pick 6 will energize this entire Rattler football.
We talked about the defense starting to pick up momentum, and now you see them certainly after the score, really excited and being able to get more pressure on the quarterback. We can hear the coaches next door saying that they have marked off too much yardage on that penalty. Let's see. Ball right now spotted at the 40-yard line of Samford. The original line of scrimmage was the 44 of the Rattlers.
Right, holding is the call.
Yeah, 10-yard penalty, but from the spot of the foul.
From the spot of the foul. So the ball now is resting at the Bulldog 40-yard line, and we've got some discussion now among the officials.
Yeah, let's see if it's from the spot of the foul or it's from the original line of scrimmage. That certainly has to be the question right now. Yeah, you mentioned Jamerson Blunt, Keith, our good friend Pam Blunt's son plays for the Samford Bulldogs. He's a freshman safety out of Lincoln High School.
And Mike, speaking of Lincoln High School, they're turning out some outstanding college players. We faced one last week. And
I tell you what, right now, Keith, Tallahassee football is about as hot as it is anywhere in the state. Gabi actually nationally ranked in the top 20 in most of the high school polls.
All right, they moved the football up to the 46-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs now will have a first down and 20 to go with 10:53 to play. They lead 17-7 if you're just tuning in. And they go wing right, Twins to the near boundary, and isolate a receiver to the far side. Andy Summerlin from the gun, and he hands it off to a new back in the backfield for Samford. Is Jeremiah Gates, 5'10", 216, a junior from Ocala, Florida. And he's going to take it up to the 49-yard line, which will make it second down now and 16 to go for the Samford Bulldogs. Again with no huddle. They're on the ball, ready to go. And Summerlin snaps the football. Boy, the offensive linemen, four of the offensive linemen don't even move.
Yeah, and that's a Rick Trickett thing, Keith. They do the same thing at Florida State. When they think they catch you in the neutral zone, they'll snap it quick, and the offensive linemen stay in place. That time the Rattler actually got back. There was no call, and it really forced a quick throw from their quarterback.
So it's going to be third down and 16 now for the Samford Bulldogs. Isolated receiver to the far boundary. Triplets over here to the near side, and looks like Fabian Truss is back in the ball game. No different back in there.
Yeah, Denmark's got to make sure he's not offside right here.
Jeremiah Gates. And Summerlin has pressure. He tosses this pass down to a good coverage by Terry Johnson, and it's going to bring up 4th down. But there's a penalty marker on the play.
Late flag on the play. That should be against Samford, and the Rattlers will get the football back right here via the punt.
Holding. Offense. Number 76. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
So finally, Mike, the Rattlers may get some decent field position to try and get something going offensively. 17-7. Patrick Aiken's pick 6, Mike, certainly breathed new life into this Rattler ball club.
Yeah, that's really the 3rd good series in a row for the defense here. Now if we can just get a little movement on the offensive side.
And it's Peronich on the punt for Samford. With 10:05 to play in the first half for the Bulldogs. Good snap. Rattlers trying to get a return on. Nice kick. Going to drive Terry all the way back to the 1-yard line. And, boy, he's going to be dropped at the 4-yard line. And so, good kick. Special teams play that time by the Samford Bulldogs.
Yeah, and actually, Keith, that's a special teams mistake. You line up on the 10-yard line, you don't back up, and you certainly don't want to field the ball inside the 5-yard line. Second time we've been caught inside the 5. But there's a penalty marker on the field.
Yeah, should let that one just roll on in the end zone.
Personal foul. Face mask on the receiving team. Half the distance to the goal. 1st down.
Well, I might give the Samford Bulldogs some credit, though. That's good special teams play to get down there and pin the Rattlers down inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, and that's really had a big impact, Keith, on the field position in this game, special teams play.
Yeah, Coach Earl Holmes said in our pregame show that he thought special teams play would be critical in the outcome of this ball game, and so far it has played a major role in terms of field position.
Yeah, and Rattlers right now, Keith, are taking this snap from the 1-yard line.
Yeah, Damien
standing
actually
in the end zone.
lining up in the end zone. 9:54 to go, 17-7. Samford leads, and Damien sets up, fires the slant. It's caught by Dwayne Harvey, and Harvey across the 10 out to about the 12-yard line. That's a 1st down for the Rattlers, and they'll move the chains.
That's a big 1st down throw, Keith, to get out of the shadow of our own goal.
Rattlers now. Ball resting at our own 12-yard line with 9:38 to play in the first half. And we're down 17-7. Lonnie Lockett now in at fullback. We give it to James Owens, and Owens fights his way to the 15-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 3, 2nd down, and 7 to go now for a Rattler 1st down.
Yep, 17-7 our score. And a score on this drive, Keith, would put the Rattlers right back in this ball game with 9:16 to go here before halftime.
Owens shuttles out. And the Rattlers send Lonnie Lockett is in at fullback. Still getting a play from the sideline. One thing last week, Mike, the coaches could not communicate with the press box. That has been resolved. This time the give is to the fullback, Lonnie Lockett. No?
That looked like Bice.
Yeah,
the big
Lamont Bice. Lamont Bice, and Bice is going to pick up a couple of more yards, make it 3rd down and about 3 to go. So he'll pick up 3.
And a big 3rd down right here, Keith, for field position right here. If the Rattlers have to give it up again, the Bulldogs going to have good field position and a lot of time left on the clock.
And also, Mike, for a psychological effect, the offense has got to get something going. 3rd down and 3 for the Rattlers. Damien from the gun. And here we go. Fires this pass. It's caught by Linworth Lennon. And Lennon is going to be dropped at the 30-yard line. But that's a 1st down for the Rattlers of FAMU. Move those chains.
Big play that time. Nice catch by Linworth Lennon in tight coverage. And Nice job of Damian Fleming putting that into a tight window.
And we got the big snake up on the board, rattling for the first down. 7:54 to go, first quarter. Well, first half, that is. 17-7, the Bulldogs lead. But the Rattlers trying to get something going now. I formation, receivers to either side. Orange helmets are down for Damian Fleming. They give to the I back. This is Lamont Bice, and Bice fighting his way across the 35 out to the 37. That's a good-looking run on first down, Mike. Lamont Bice is going to pick up about 7 yards on that carry.
Yeah, and now you see the offensive line start to get some movement at the point of attack.
The Rattlers dug themselves a hole, but seemingly trying to gradually pull their way out of it. 17-7, 7-10 to go. The Rattlers with the ball at our own 36-yard line. It's Lamont Bice again, and Bice bulls his way to about the 39-yard line. He's about a yard short of a first down. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1 for the Rattlers.
Bulldogs shuttling in a couple of extra defensive linemen trying to keep fresh.
Bice checks out and looks like McBurst. No, it's James Owens checks in.
Well, kind of surprised that the Rattlers are going to go into the shotgun here on a 3rd down and 1.
And Damian with Lonnie Lockett in the backfield. This is James Owens, and it's the jet sweep. James got to turn upfield. He does, and he's going to be down at the 45-yard line. That's a first down for the Rattlers. Move those chains.
Now, Owens, the fastest of the Rattlers, catches the jet sweep. Use that speed to get around the corner and keep this drive alive. Best looking drive of the afternoon for the Rattlers.
Ball is resting at our own 45-yard line. And Mike, this drive started at the 4-yard line. So the Rattlers have climbed their way out of terrible field position, and we have it now at our own 45. 6:07 to go.
The Bulldogs on their heels here.
Damian Fleming, twins to the near boundary, twins to the far side. That's a spread formation. And he fires across the middle for Linworth Lennon, and that pass is incomplete.
Good coverage there from Hans Rice. 6'2", 230-pound linebacker, a transfer from NC State, making that play.
2nd down and 10 for the Rattlers from our own 45. Linworth Lennon this time wide to the far boundary. Dwayne Harvey over here to the near side. Etheridge, the tight end, to the near side. That's the strong side of the formation. Offset eye and play action. Damian on his wheel, fires. Well, he's going to go way downfield. Got a man down. There's Linworth. He's got it. Linworth Lennon at the 1 yard.
They went with the double move, Keith. He went out and up. The play action gave Damian Fleming enough time to throw that football. It was a little bit overthrown, or Linworth would have been able to take it into the end zone, but he stretches his body out, makes the catch, and gives the Rattlers a first down and goal from the 5-yard line.
Linworth Lennon they've got a 1-2 combination going on, Mike. Linworth has found a way to get open, and he takes it down to the Bulldog 5. First and goal to go for the Rattlers of FAMU.
Boy, you wish you could have stayed on his feet right there and taken that one in.
And actually, on the replay, looks like the ball, where the ball is spotted, is not where it should be spotted. It should be inside the 5. Timeout. We'll be back after these words from our network sponsor. Receiver to the far side. Looks like it's Lamont Bice in the backfield for the Rattlers. Damian Fleming under center. Orange helmets are down. And Damian's going to throw the fade pattern for Casey Glines.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Rattlers. Glue. And the Rattlers are right back in this one.
Casey Glines, a 6'6" receiver from Utah, uses that height. Comes down with the football with 5:15 to go here before halftime. The Rattlers have cut into this lead, 17-13 now, and on to try to cut it to 3.
Well, Mike, the first quarter was all Samford. So far, the second quarter is all Rattlers.
Rattlers are missing a man right here. Let's see if they just go ahead and let this clock run out. I don't think a 5-yard penalty would make that much difference.
Not for Chase. Here we go. That looks like Frank Mays coming out there. And here we go. Snap placement. Kick is blocked.
And this is a live ball.
It's a live football.
Chase tries to make the tackle. Misses. He's still on his feet, and now he goes down.
And so with 5:15 to play in the first half, it's 17-13. The Bulldogs.
As the ball's approached and kicked off, it's going to be taken by Truss at about the 5, 10, 15, looking for blocks 20, 25, got a hold 30, 35, 40. Truss is loose at the 40, chased out of bounds.
Bonador makes the tackle in Rattler territory at the 46-yard line.
And again, special teams lets the Rattlers down and it sets the Samford Bulldogs up with 5:04 to go here before the half. They have outstanding special teams, though, Keith. They're ranked nationally. They're ranked 7th in kickoff returns and 3rd nationally in punt returns.
First and 10 Bulldogs.
All right, 5:04 to play. Rattlers trailing now by 4, 17-13. Bulldogs go full house, 2 wings and a setback for Andy Summerlin. Same formation we saw last week against Tennessee State. They give it to Truss, and Truss finds some running room. And on first down, Truss is going to pick up about 8, maybe 9 yards, depending on the spot of the football.
Boy, and that's just way too much movement that time by the offensive line, Keith. They paved the road. He wasn't touched until he got about 8 yards downfield.
Gain of 8, second down now. And 2 yards to go. All right, here we go. Give is to Truss again. And this time he's going to be short of the first down. He's going to bring up 3rd down and short for the Samford Bulldogs.
Yeah, Mike Dupree in there on that play along with the Rattlers' other starting inside linebacker, William Smalls.
Yeah, Mike Dupree, coming off of 2 big football games. He was the leading tackler against Mississippi Valley and had 11 solo a week ago.
The chains are not right, Keith. It should be 3rd down and 1,
yeah,
but they've already moved the chains on the sideline.
And now they're saying, wait a minute.
Well, they moved it down. They're saying it's a first down.
Summerlin throws out here for Pope. He makes the catch, but is immediately, Pope still fighting and fights his way inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line, and that's going to be a gain of about 8 on first down.
Yeah, but it sure didn't look like the Bulldogs had enough for a first down.
Yeah. It looked like it was going to be 3rd down and 1, and I never saw an official indicate a first down. 3rd down, 2nd down now, and 2 for Samford. Summerlin looking to pass. He's got blitz coming, and they throw the screen pass, and the Rattlers are all over. That's Mike Dupree coming up to make the tackle on Kelvin Clay, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 for Samford. So that place basically went for no gain.
Tried to fake the little swing pass out here to Truss and run the jailbreak screen back inside. Big 3rd down right here. See if the Rattlers can hold 3rd down and 1.
3:09 to go. Rattlers down 17-13. They give it to.
It looks like Truss again. He's going to have the first down. No, it's a new back.
Stanley Robinson. Stanley Robinson, the ball carrier, and he's going to pick up the first down.
Out of Montgomery Carver. Outstanding football played at Montgomery Carver High School.
First down, Samford at the Rattler 26 with 2:54 to go. Rattlers want to keep the Bulldogs off the board here going into halftime.
And the Rattlers going to use a timeout right here.
Breaking the action, 17-13. The Bulldogs lead. We'll be back after these words from our network sponsors on the Rattlers Sports Network. Summerlin looking to the pass. Fires over the middle. That pass nearly picked off. It was intended for number 17, Chris Cephas. And it was number 25 of the Rattlers, John Ojo, who almost picked that one off.
Ojo had a great break on the ball, got both hands on it. And, boy, you got to make those kind of plays. Got to come up with that interception.
2nd down and 10 now for the Bulldogs from the Rattler 26-yard line. 2:41 to play. They lead 17-13. Summerlin with twins to the near side, isolation on the far boundary. They give it to Robinson, and he breaks one tackle and then fights his way down to about the 22-yard line. It's going to bring up third down for the Samford Bulldogs.
Yeah, the initial tackle again broken by the Bulldog runner. Allows him to get that surge downfield, but again, a huge third down play. If the Rattlers can force a fourth down and a field goal attempt.
Third down and about 5 to go for Samford. Screen pass tossed out here for Robinson and nearly picked up. Robinson makes the catch after it bounces off a Rattler, and penalty markers are down.
Yeah, the penalty marker down almost at the onset of the play. Usually in a position where you're going to find an offensive holding call. Let's see. They're well short of the first down. Actually may have lost a yard on the play.
Yeah. And again, Mike, the Rattlers had an opportunity to pick it off.
Defense, number 90, 10-yard penalty. The result of the play, first down.
Boy,
wow, that goes against Francis Mays.
Defensive holding on the interior line. That's a huge penalty.
That's a huge penalty. Keeps the drive alive. Because it would have been fourth down. Now it gives Samford a first down and 10. The ball resting inside the red zone now at the Rattlers. Looks like 13-yard line. Summerlin looking to pass, has pressure, fires. That pass is caught by the tight end who keeps his feet moving. He's going to be bumped out of bounds at the 11-yard line. That pass was caught by Zeke Walters, 6'1", 236, a senior out of Birmingham, Mike, and he transferred to Samford from Southern Mississippi.
Yeah, good pursuit to the full football by the Rattler defenders right there to force him out of bounds with just a 1-yard gain.
Twins to the far boundary now. Isolated receiver over here to the near side. It's Truss in the backfield for Summerlin. They give it to Truss. Rattlers have penetration, but Truss tries to turn upfield, and boy, the Rattlers come up to meet him. That's good defense over there. It's like Devin Roberts or Patrick Aiken.
Yeah, Terry Johnson also giving chase over on the far side. We've got another third down and long here. 124, 17-13 our score.
All right, Bulldogs triplets to the near boundary. Isolation over to the far side. Fabian Truss is in the backfield for Samford. On third down and about 7 to go for the Samford Bulldogs. Rattlers trying to keep him out of the end zone. They throw the slant. He makes the catch, and that's a touchdown. That pass is caught by number 82 of the Samford Bulldogs, Carell Hamilton, 6'1", 180, a freshman from Valrico, Florida, and that's a touchdown.
That was a tremendous throw, Keith. It was good defense by the Rattlers. Good contact after the ball was caught, but they couldn't knock it out. Although the young man his shoulder seems to be hurt as he comes off the field. He did not drop that football. And that puts the Bulldogs up 23-13 with 56 seconds to go.
All right, here we go. Henderson extra point is good, and so it's 24-13 with 56 seconds remaining in the first half. And we'll be back after these words from our local sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network. All right, we're back as O'Neal is all set to kick it off for the Bulldogs of Samford. And the Rattlers have James Owens deep to receive, trailing 24-13. Down by 14 points. James Owens going to let this one hit in the end zone and down it. And so the Rattlers will begin first and 10 from our own 25-yard line. 56 seconds remaining here in the first half.
And it's interesting to see what the Rattlers decide to do coming out, starting this drive at their own 25-yard line. 56 seconds to go. And right now the Rattlers out of timeout, so more than likely just going to run it one time and take it into the halftime, down 11 points.
All right, Rattlers are going to send twin receivers to the far boundary and twins to the near side. That's a spread formation for Damien. James Owens is in the backfield for the Rattlers. Good snap. Boy, Damian didn't hand it off to James Owen, and he's going to take a pounding in the backfield by big number 97, Calvin Ruff, 6 foot, 240-pound redshirt junior out of Tampa. And Damian's going to lose 5 yards on the play and make it 2nd down and 15. And timeout is called. Remaining 24-13, Samford leading. And the Rattlers line up with twins to the near boundary. And they isolate a receiver to the far side. They give it to James Owens. And Owens bounces outside and flipped. And down. He's going to lose a couple of yards on the play with 32 seconds remaining in the ball game. Looks like
timeout. Samford, the second charge timeout of the half.
Damian Fleming and the Rattlers sent to go on 3rd down and 16. The Rattlers give it to James Owens, and Owens is close to around the first down. He goes down at the 35-yard line, and with 27 seconds left, they're going to move the chains.
Yeah, they're actually moving the chains. Boy, it looked as though it was short.
Yeah, it looked as though it was short to us, too.
But the chains now have already been moved.
And the assistant coaches in the booth next to us were saying he did not get a first down.
I didn't think it was the first time either, but the chains now have been moved. And now they're trying to take them back.
It should be about a yard to go for the Rattlers. We're coming up on halftime at FAMU. Our Glendale Presley talks with Black Male Explorers program.
Samford, the 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Dr. Ed Tolliver. And we'll be back after these words from our network sponsors on the Rattlers Sports Network.
Hey, Rattler fans, it's Keith Miles, and it's time to move those chains. At the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, FAMU. Boy, Quentin Williams was destroyed. 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, FAMU. Don't miss the Earl Holmes Show. Sundays at 11 on ABC 27 in Tallahassee, and Wednesdays at 3 on Sun Sports statewide.
The Rattler Boosters would like to thank the following premium givers who have made significant contributions to the Rattler Boosters. Super Boosters, Palmetto Security Services. Super Rattler Boosters, Law Office of Ted N. Taylor. Rudy Maxwell, Keith and Misha Stubbs. Strike Level Boosters, Carmen Blody Jones. Dorothy P. Williams, Fred and Beverly Gaines, Lawton Williams, Lloyd and Ella Cobbs, Maurice S. Pickett, Rodney Clayton, Sullivan and Sharon Cobb, and Metron Contracting.
All right, we're back. It's 4th down and 1 for the Rattlers. Colby Blanton is on the punt. Fabian Truss is deep to receive for the Bulldogs of Samford. And that's a 5-yard penalty against us, backs us up 5. Fabian Truss is standing back at his own 30-yard line to receive this punt from Colby Blanton. Let's see if we can give him protection to get the kickoff. Boy, he is hit. They say he partially got the football. Colby Blanton was hit, and the referee says they partially got the football.
Yeah, he's going to say they got a piece of it. That's why there won't be a penalty. And with 17 seconds left and the ball at the 40-yard line, I wouldn't be surprised to see them take a couple of shots downfield, see if they can get in field goal range.
Yeah, we'll have to get Elton to give us an update on Colby Blanton. We'll be going to Elton here in just a moment as we head into halftime. And I think we need to go to Elton a little more often in the second half, too. All right, bro, we haven't forgotten you up here. All right, Andy Summerlin. And the Bulldogs will try to air it out. Boy, he got tremendous pressure. They throw the screen pass over here to Truss, and Truss is going to be forced to be bumped out of bounds by Terry Johnson. 10 seconds remaining. And actually that play is going to be good for a loss of 1. 2nd down and 11 for the Samford Bulldogs. That's good defense by Terry Johnson.
Yeah, what we're probably going to see here is just a long throw downfield, one last Hail Mary with only 10 seconds to go.
Summerlin gives it to Bledsoe, and Bledsoe is going to be hit and dropped at the Rattler 49-yard line with 2. So that should be the last. Well, they stop it at 2 seconds.
There's a first down, but That's going to be the last play.
That'll be the last play of the first half. With our score from Tallahassee, Samford 24 and FAMU 13. Our Elton Gumble is standing by to try and get a couple of comments from Coach Earl Holmes. And Elton.
Attainment of leadership, the return of America's man, the incredible Florida University marching 100. We're taking it back to the old school. Earth, wind, and fire. Our conductor, Dr. Sheila L. James. The pen of our staff arranger, Professor Lindsay V. Sargent, with the baton in the hands of our new director of the marching and pep bands, Dr. Sylvester Young. By popular demand, the words are simple. In all the earth, Jesus, excellence is thy name. The baton in the hands of Famu Vs, Director of the Symphonic Bands and Associate Director of the Marching and Pep Band, Dr. Shelby R. Chipman. Please enjoy a second ballad, Tamar Braxton's Love and War. This concludes our halftime performance. The return. Our band staff, Dr. Sylvester Young, Dr. Shelby R. Shipman, Dr. Shelley L. James, Mr. Lindsay B. Sargent, Dr. Nicholas Thomas, Mr. Longin Fossett, Mr. Ron Jan Paul, Mr. Robert Griffin, Dr. Kawachi Freeman, Mr. Donald Beckwith. This is Kimberly Jackson Taylor, the boss of the Marching 100 Band, Joe Bullock. Reminding you of our summer band camp and return the summer of 2014. And just in case you didn't know, size does not matter.
Said that his defense needed to stay with their assignments. If they do that, then the whole team as a defense can win, and they showed that they were able to stop that offensive attack several times in that first half. Wants to continue to do that, but he knows they have to rev it up a little bit more for the second half and really pay attention to special teams.
All right, here comes the second half kick. It sails out of bounds, and so the Rattlers will begin 1st and 10 from our own 25-yard line as we begin the third quarter of play. Let's revisit the Rattler offensive starting lineup. It will be Dwayne Harvey at flanker, Zary Patterson at the left tackle, Zary Patterson, Keontae Cash at the left guard. At center, it's Kevin House. Ryan Templeton is the right guard. Doug Almendarez is the right tackle. Michael Etheridge is the tight end. At running back, it'll be James Owens. At quarterback, Damian Fleming, Lonnie Lockett, the fullback, and Linworth Lennon, the other wide receiver. Okay. All right, here we go. 1st down and 10, the Rattlers. We start at our own 25-yard line, heading right to left or toward the north end zone. We load up the offset eye, receivers to either side. We run the toss to Al-Tariq McBurst. McBurst comes back, tries to reverse field, picks up a block, still on his feet, turning, and Al-Tariq's going to get a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and about 8 to go for a Rattler 1st down.
Yeah, McBurst tried to come back, as you said, Keith, reversing field. He's only going to get a gain of 2 after about a 50-yard run right there. We didn't pick up anything. 14:35, we're just getting started here in the second half. 24-13 our score. The Samford Bulldogs leading the Rattlers. Rattlers break out the I formation. Offset eye to the right. And Fleming under center. Fleming's going to take the snap, drop straight back. Quick throw to Linworth Lennon. He's going to get the football down to about the 35-yard line where the Rattlers should have a 1st down right there. Quick little slant pass over to Linworth Lennon, and it is going to be good for a 1st down, and they'll move the chains. Rattler offense settled down the latter part of the second half and started to move the football after a ragged start.
All right, Damian Fleming sends receivers to either side. He's isolated Dwayne Harvey to the far boundary and twins over here to the near side. They give it to Lamont Bice, and Bice turns upfield, churning his feet and fighting his way near the 40-yard line, down at about the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7 to go for the Rattlers of FAMU.
Yeah, and Elton was absolutely right with Coach Holmes, Keith. As the game went on, you could see both sides of the football sort of settle in and start playing much better.
Rattlers go offset eye. Orange helmets are down. We play action this time. Damian wants to pass, dumps it off for Lamont Bice, and Bice powers his way. He's going to be about a yard short. That's a good tackle over there by, looks like number 20 for, no, not 20. Number 22 for Cody Brooks for Samford Bulldogs. 3rd down and inches for the Rattlers. 3rd down and inches. Ball's resting at our own 44-yard line. Yep. Offset eye again, and we give it this time to Al-Tariq McBurst. we're going to lose yards on the play.
Boy, all kind of penetration coming through. Keith could not get out of the backfield. He's actually going to lose a yard. And a disappointing result right there after a good start to that drive.
Yeah, 4th down for the Rattlers. Colby Blanton checks on the punt. Now we're going to really need Colby. Well, we need the front line to protect so Colby can get this punt off.
Yeah, the entire thing. We need the special team there. Good snap.
All right, good snap. Nice kick from Colby. Drives. Truss has to call for the fair catch back at the 12-yard line. And so when they give Colby protection, he gets off a great punt.
And that's probably the worst starting field position all day for the Samford Bulldogs.
All right, Elton, any update on that? That was an outstanding defensive. Well, the Rattlers started off with a good drive, but it faltered there on that 3rd down play.
Yeah, and guys expect a heavier dose of Bice and McBurst because James Owens, just before halftime, seemed to re-aggravate his sprained right ankle. They taped it up. He is back out here with a helmet on, but expect more of McBurst and Bice.
All right, Rattlers send the blitz, John Ojo, and they hand it off to Fabian Truss. And Truss is going to fight his way to the 20-yard line. And so on 1st down, that's going to be a gain of 7. Make it 2nd down and 3 to go for the Samford Bulldogs. Rattlers still might giving up too many yards on 1st down. Here we go. Summerlin set the pass, sets up. Well, that pass is deflected. It's caught in the backfield by big number 70.
That's Kyle Champion, the left tackle, 76, 6'4", 302-pounder out of Americus, Georgia.
And, boy, he saved. They dodged a bullet on that one, Mike. That pass was deflected. And, boy, it would have been something if the Rattlers could have intercepted it.
Hey, the big man came rumbling forward, though, Keith. Actually might have picked up a couple of yards. Certainly his first reception.
3rd down and about 4 yards to go for Summerlin. They lay it out here for Truss, and boy, that's a great defensive play to just make sure that he gets bumped out of bounds.
Ojo.
And it's John Ojo who makes that play. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Samford Bulldogs. And once again, the Rattler defense deserves an ovation. That's an outstanding defensive stand.
Yeah, good hand there for the Rattler defensive unit. A 3 and out. And now the Rattlers could come out of this with good field position on this exchange of punts.
It's Terry Johnson deep to receive for the Rattlers. And it's Peronich on the punt for Samford. And he gets a foot into this one. A nice kick. Terry calls for the fair catch and makes it at the 33-yard line, where the Rattlers will begin our second offensive possession of the afternoon here in the third quarter.
That Samford defense has Pearson, Ruff on the ends, Jeremy Towns, and Mathis up front. The linebackers, Bobby Wilson, Shade, and Cooper. The cornerbacks, Lewis and Bradbury. Their safeties, Cody Brooks and Trey Wesley.
All right, Rattlers are going to send twins to the far boundary and twins to the near side. That's going to be a spread formation for Damien this time with James Owens in the backfield. 10:33 to go. It's 24-13, Samford. And Damien, is this might be Omari Albert, the ball carrier. Let's see.
Yeah, I think that was Albert on the carry.
Yeah, it is Omari Albert, the ball carrier.
It was big Jeremy Towns, the big defensive lineman, redshirt senior, who made that play.
Albert picks up 2, 2nd down and 8 to go now for the Rattlers of FAMU. Second down and 8. Twins to either side. A spread formation again for Damian Fleming. Blitz coming. Damian going to get on. Oh, wow, that's a great. That came from the corner blitz there. That was number 43.
Yeah, he's
Josh Killett.
Backup linebacker, Keith, came in on the blitz, was not picked up, and boy, Damian looks a little bit shaken after that big hit from behind. Want to always protect the quarterback's blind side, and he took a big blind side hit right there.
Yeah, 3rd down now and about 15 to go for the Rattlers with 9:24 to play here in the third quarter. Damian with Omari Albert in the backfield. Triplets to the near boundary this time, and Dwayne Harvey is isolated to the far side. Again, the blitz is coming. Damian on his horse going to have to throw, and he throws this one away. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Rattlers. And once again, the Rattler offense, Mike, struggling to get something going.
Yeah, and it was the same blitz, Keith, 2 times in a row. Again, it was number 43, Killett, coming off the edge. And it forces that errant throw.
Hey, guys, keep an eye on Kobe Blanton, the punter for FAMU. He's back in there right now, but he spent the entire series with ice on his right side. Ice on his right side. He is back in there right now, but he's been moving gingerly.
Okay. Colby on the punt, and it's Fabian Truss deep to receive for the Samford Bulldogs. And let's see. Rattlers need to protect. Colby gets off a good kick. Wow, nice kick. Truss makes this
lots
catch
of room over here to the
30,
right.
35, 40, 40, still on his feet, 45 midfield, still on his feet at the 40, 35, and finally taken down at the 29-yard line.
Flag on the play, though, Keith, way back at the 35-yard line. I think this one's coming back. But again, outstanding play by the special teams of Samford, but it's going to come all the way back. Flag's back here at the 35-yard line of Samford.
Yeah, holding is the call against Samford.
Samford is a member of the Southern Conference, which includes Wofford, University of Chattanooga, Elon, Furman, West Carolina, the Citadel, Georgia Southern, and Appalachian State. Appalachian State and Georgia Southern, of course, have won national championships, really dominated for a while there in the late 90s and early 2000s.
All right, here come the Bulldogs. They start at their own 24-yard line, or 25, and Summerlin on first down is going to give it to Bledsoe, and Bledsoe turns the corner, but it's Terry Johnson who comes up and takes his legs from under him, and Bledsoe's going to get maybe 3, and it'll be 2nd down and 7 to go for Samford.
And there's a Bulldog, Keith, that's shaken up down on one knee there. They're going to have to take time out.
And there's a break in the action with 8:26 to play. And our score, Samford 24, FAMU 13. We'll be back after these words from our network sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network.
Harris, and here's what's happening in FAMU athletics. The Rattler cross country team is participating in the Mountain Dew Invitational in Gainesville today, competing against several schools around the country. Tomorrow, the Lady Rattler cross country team will attend the NCAA regional meet in Tallahassee to compete against several schools around the country at the Florida State University track. Next week, the FAMU football team travels to Columbus, Ohio to tackle the 4th-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes in the football championship subdivision in Ohio Stadium at 12 noon. Of course, you can follow all of the action here on the Rattler Sports Network. It's a 3-game road swing for the Rattlers over the next 4 weeks after today's game against Samford, with Ohio State an open week at Morgan State in Baltimore, then at Savannah State before the Rattlers return home for homecoming against Howard. Finally, it's that time of year again. Over 85 companies are coming for the 2013 FAMU Fall Career Expo, Wednesday, September 25th from 9:30 to 3:30 in the Lawson Multi-Purpose Center. Resumes and professional business attire is required. I'm Taylor Harris. Go Rattlers!
All right, it was Carell Hamilton, the injured Samford Bulldog. They ran a play while we were away, and they completed a pass to Gavin Sinclair out of Fort Lauderdale, St. Thomas Aquinas. He picks up the first down, and it's 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs now at their own 37-yard line with 7:59 to play. This time, offset, a wing right, 1 setback, receivers to either side for Summerlin. And he gives it. Boy, the Rattlers really converge on that play. It was number 34, the ball carrier, Stanley Robinson. Boy, he was struck down at the point of attack.
Yeah, Denmark and Lovejoy got penetration right there, run that play down from behind and bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Let's pause for station identification on the Rattler Sports Network. Before the break, this is a big drive here. The Rattlers need to try and stop the Bulldogs. The ball resting at our own 28-yard line.
Marshane Godbolt, the sophomore from Wakulla, comes in Terry Johnson's place.
Full house. They give it to Robinson up and over, and he takes it all the way down to about the 12-yard line. That's a first down for the Samford Bulldogs. Mike, Samford goes into that full house backfield with 2 wing backs and a running back. Exact same formation we saw in the second half against Tennessee State.
And those 2 wing backs are actually tight ends, Keith, so that's a lot of beef.
Yeah, and they're back in that formation once again. Receivers to either side, full house backfield, 2 wing backs, and it's Robinson, the running back, the setback. Stanley Robinson, they give it to him again. A ball pops out, then the Rattlers recover. Let's see. There's a scrap for the football. Who's going to come up with it?
Clock needs to stop.
The clock is now finally they stop clocks. I mean the stop.
The clock
stops. Easy for me to say. And let's see who comes up with the football there.
Oh, boy, and they got the second guy. A typical case of 2 guys pushing. They're going to catch the second guy, which was Brandon Denmark. Boy, and that's a big penalty. Yeah, but the Rattlers have the football.
Football. Let's see who came up with it. Who's at the bottom of that pile?
That looks like
number
Godbolt.
15. Marshane Godbolt just came in the ball game to replace Terry Johnson. Now they'll discuss the personal foul infraction.
Yeah, if it's against the Rattlers, it'll be a mark-off inside the 5-yard line. But the Rattlers have turned back the Samford Bulldogs. Yeah, I want to say hi to Jean. She didn't make it to the game today. Hopefully she's listening in. 96.1.
Yeah, I want to say hi to Jean, too, and just let her know that we're thinking about her and praying for the family. And I want to say hi to Sylvia and Don Smith down in Boynton Beach, Kirkland and Delbert, Florida, all of South Florida contingent listening on the broadcast today. Kayla Miles and Taylor Miles. And I want to say hi to Pastor Devin Wright and First Lady Beatrice. They're helping us out with Taylor this afternoon. And but yeah, Dr. Humphreys, I want to say a special shout out to former President Frederick S. Humphreys. I know he's probably listening too. This is Lamont Bites. He turns the corner and fights his way across the 5 out to about the 7, maybe the 8-yard line. We'll see where they spot the football.
Bites did a good job of finishing his run right there, getting his shoulder squared up to the line of scrimmage, but a good tackle on the other side to hold that to a 2-yard gain.
2-yard gain, second down and 8 to go. 2:35 to play here in the third quarter. The Rattlers are down by 4, but most importantly, they stopped a threat by the Samford Bulldogs. Yeah. Let's see if we can get something going offensively.
Yeah, held them scoreless. They were already in field goal range, so that's big.
All right, they give it again to Bice, and Bice this time's going to lose yards on the play. Going to bring up third down and about 9 to go.
Hey, guys, I do have an interesting update for you. Marshane Godbolt, who recovered that fumble on the last possession, today is his birthday. So, you know, his family and friends, the whole Wakulla area and Sopchoppy are pretty excited about that.
And speaking of birthdays, it was Elton Gumbel's birthday yesterday. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Mr. Elton Gumbel.
Thank you very much.
Didn't even bring us no cake, right? All right, here we go. Third down and 8. They credit it for he got back to the line of scrimmage. Damian, boy, fires this pass. Is caught. Now, that's a first down. That pass is caught by number 86 of the Rattlers, Montavious Williams, 6 foot, 160-pound red shirt freshman out of Tallahassee Gobby. Mike, you mentioned the Gobby Cougars a little earlier in the broadcast.
And there's an
injured Samford Bulldog down. Minute 27 to go. And we'll be back after these words from our local sponsors on the Rattler Sports. And we're back, 24-20, 29 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Rattlers go I formation, twin receivers to the near side, and Damian Fleming fires downfield. That pass is picked off by Josh Kimberlin, and Kimberlin's going to be out of bounds and knocked down at the 24-yard line of the Rattlers. And another mistake on offense by the Rattler offensive unit.
Yeah, it seemed to be a miscommunication between Damian Fleming and his tight end, Michael Etheridge. That ball was well overthrown. and a big turnover for Samford.
Yeah, they get the football back at the Rattler 24-yard line. We just shut them down, and we were trying to get something going offensively, at least get a good punt to get them out of great field position, but they have a first down and 10 now at the Rattler 24. Andy Summerlin with receivers to either side, and Fabian Truss in the backfield. And they give it to Truss. Truss finds a seam and fights his way inside the 20, down to about the 17-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 7, maybe 8 yards on the play. We'll see what they spot it.
And that may be the last play of this quarter.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to give him 6 yards on the carry. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter play here in Tallahassee with our score. Samford 24, Florida A&M 20. And we'll be back after these words from our network sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network. But the offense has got to help the defense out. All right, here we go. Andy Summerlin gives to Fabian Truss, and Truss fights his way down inside the 15.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the Rattler big man, Francis Mays. He's got to do a better job of holding the point. He can't be driven all the way to the sideline like he was right there. He's got to, at some point you just take a knee and make a pile right there, but you can't be just completely driven off the field.
Yeah, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs now. Ball's resting at the Rattler 13-yard line. They give it to Truss once again. He's inside the 10, and he's going to go down at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, and it looks like they found that soft spot. It's their best blocking side. Their 2 biggest offensive linemen are on that left side. Casey Morrison and Kyle Champion, both over 300 pounds, and they're getting a big push on that left side.
Yeah, gain of 7 yards on first down, 2nd down and 3. And that's been the case all night, Mike. They're getting 6 to 7 yards on first down every trip.
Yeah, they're winning first down.
Here we go. Andy Summerlin with Fabian Truss in the backfield. And it's Truss again. This time the Rattlers step up to the opposite side and shut the play down.
And not nearly as much yardage when you go that way. Michael Lovejoy doing a good job of getting some early penetration and slowing that play down.
3rd down and 2 to go for the Samford Bulldogs. Ball's resting inside the 5 at the Rattler 4.
Yeah, and the Rattlers right here, Keith, want to force a field goal. Big play. Big play in the ball game.
The Bulldogs go wing left. Truss is in the backfield. And this time they play action. Don't give it to Truss. They throw the pass in the end zone.
Good job.
Complete. Good defense by the Rattlers. Give Mike James Broadus some credit, because when Andy Summerlin did not hand the football off to Truss, Broadus was not fooled. He stayed right there. That play was designed for Summerlin to keep it and get a short yard, but James Broadus shut it down and stayed right with the quarterback.
Yep. It's going to force a field goal attempt. They are right in the middle of the field. Should be a chip shot. But the Rattlers hold them to a field goal attempt.
Warren Henderson on to attempt what looks like a 22-yard field goal attempt from straight on. Here's the snap. And the kick is up and good. And so with 13:23 to play in the fourth quarter, our score from Tallahassee, Samford 27, FAM.
Companies are coming for the 2013 FAMU Fall Career Expo, Wednesday, September 25th from 9:30 to 3:30 in the Lawson Multi-Purpose Center. Resumes and professional business attire is required. I'm Taylor Harris. Go Rattlers!
So Samford kicks a 21-yard field goal to make the score 27-20. The Rattlers down now by a touchdown. But most importantly, Mike, the Rattlers held Samford to only 3 points.
Yeah, only a one-possession game.
All right, here we go. O'Neal's kick, side winding, sails into the end zone. We're going to bring it out 5, 10, 15, 20. That's out. Tariq McBurst is going to be stopped at about the 18-yard line. That's where I think they'll mark his forward progress, and the Rattlers will begin 1st and 10.
And that's a 7-yard mistake, Keith. If you just down that football in the end zone, it comes out to the 25.
Yeah.
He was about 8 yards deep in the end zone. Really surprised that he came out with it. But at 27-20, the Rattlers only one score away. Did I hear Elton?
Yeah, go ahead, Elton.
Yeah,
that secondary is really getting banged up. You already saw Terry Johnson in the locker room, had to be carried off the field. I've been told that is really just cramping in that left leg. But right now, John Ojo is on the training table. They're taping his right foot.
All right, here we go. This is James Owens trying to turn upfield. James is going to get to the 20 before he is ridden down by Bobby Wilson, 6'1", 217, a redshirt sophomore out of Shelbyville, Tennessee. James is going to pick up about 2. Second down, we'll call it 8 to go for Rattler first down with 12 minutes and 52 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter.
The Samford defense has had to go most of the day without their starting free safety, Jaquista Tart, who was a preseason All-American.
Lamont Bice is the up back. Owens the I back in the I formation for Damian. Damian Fleming looking to pass, sets up, steps up, fires downfield, got Harvey, and Dwayne Harvey fights his way out to the 39-yard line. Actually may have knocked the breath out of himself lunging forward to get the first down.
You might be exactly right, Keith. He may have fallen on the football and knocked the wind out of himself. That's
and
what
it's going to be an official's timeout. There's a break in the end. 20 is the score as the Bulldogs of Samford lead the Rattlers of Florida A&M. Damian Fleming hands it off to Lamont Bice, and Bice fights his way across the 45 out to the 46-yard line. And that's a 7-yard gain. Second down and 3 from the Rattlers of FAMU. That's an outstanding run by Lamont Bice.
Yeah, and this Rattler team, Keith, has hung around all day and right now in a position to tie this ball game up.
Only down by 7. A one-score game, and receivers to either side. Now, Rattlers go twins to the near boundary and isolate Linworth Lennon to the far boundary. Damian getting his signals. And, boy, got to hurry up and snap this football. 6 seconds. Bice shifts again. And the Rattlers get the play off, and it's caught by Linworth. Linworth loops back, and, boy, he's tackled forward to get the first down.
Yeah, it was about to be a big mistake by Linworth, who actually had the first down and stepped back to try to pick up some blocks. But he's going to get knocked forward. It's going to be a first down at midfield for the Rattlers.
Yeah, never want to tackle a guy forward, but we got a little help on that one. All right, here we go. First down and 10 for the Rattlers. Ball's resting at midfield. That was, a big.
Looks like everybody knew the snap count except the center.
Yeah, let's see how this one's going to go. Illegal. It's going to go against the Rattlers for a false start. Move us back 5 and make it second down and 15. Changes the whole direction of the play calling. Second and 10, now second and 15. Damian, tight ends, and this time he's going to give it to Lamont Bice, and Bice trying to get those 5 back. He's going to get a couple. Make it third down and about 13 to go for a Rattler first down.
Yeah, big third down right here. If you're Damian Fleming, though, Keith, what you don't want to do right here is turn the football over. You can go ahead and punt it, keep them down in that end of the field and still have a chance with good field position.
Third down and about 14 yards to go for a Rattler first down. The ball's resting at our own 46-yard line. And we've got to get to the Samford 40. 10:04 to go. Rattlers are down by 7, 27-20. And here we go. Damian Fleming.
Looks like press coverage on the outside. We may have man-to-man right here.
Twins to either side. That's a spread formation. And once again, now let's see. There's an encroachment. Let's see.
Yeah, that inside movement may have caused the Rattler to move. But, boy, we're going to get a false start. Shooting ourselves in the foot right here.
Yeah. 3 games in. These are all early season mistakes that have to be corrected before we get in conference play.
Yeah, and at this stage of the season, Keith, you are still basically a work in progress.
Yeah. Second down now. And about 18 to go for a Rattler first down. Damien's going to have to put this one up. Dancing around.
Boy, hold on to the football.
He took a shot, too.
Yeah, boy, Damien's down. Number 91, Towns, who was injured earlier, has come back in. He made the final hit on Damien. Damien is a little bit woozy, but it looks like he's going to be able to stay in the ball game.
Yeah, got to protect the quarterback a little bit better. But Damien also needs to throw the ball away.
Yeah, you got to go ahead and once you get out of the pocket, you got to go ahead and throw that football away.
Third down. And looks like 20 to go now for a Rattler first down. Third down at 20.
Play clock is coming down, and the Rattlers going to have to use another timeout.
Yeah, Coach, I know he didn't want to have to use that timeout. 27-20 when play resumes, third down and 20. Damien stays on the field. And we've got spread formation. The coaches next door going nuts.
Yeah, and he's lost his voice.
And here we go, Damian Fleming and the Rattlers. The third down and 20 from our own 40. Got to get to their 40. Here we go. Damian sets up, fires downfield. It's picked off. Second interception today by Josh Kimberlin. And Kimberlin going to be ridden down at the 42-yard line.
Kimberlin, the free safety. And not a good decision right there by Damian. That pass was well covered. He had a lot of yards to go. Right there, you go ahead and take your lumps, punt the football, and try to hold them down on this end. But now they're going to take the football over, and plus field position at the 45.
And, Mike, it's been a battle of field position all afternoon, and Samford has had great field position most of the day.
Yeah, they have definitely had the advantage in the starting field position.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Bulldogs from the Rattler 43-yard line. And Andy Summerlin with Fabian Truss in the backfield. They give it to Truss, but there's whistles on the play.
Movement against the Bulldogs this time. That'll back them up 5.
Well, Elton, what you got for us over there, bro?
Well, I know earlier you were talking about Quinn Gray and whether he was listening to us, and we wished him well and all that good stuff. Well, Quinn Gray has actually come out, and he's sitting down in the tunnel watching it. That's some dedication right there. Did not want to let down this team. Did not want to not see this team in person. He's sitting in the tunnel right now. Someone's fanning him, keeping him cool, but wow.
Oh, that's outstanding. All right, Summerlin dumps off the screen pass. The Rattlers come up. Truss is going to take it back near the original line of scrimmage at the 44-yard line of the Rattlers. The original line of scrimmage is like at the 43, so it's going to bring up, second down and 11 to go for the Bulldogs of Samford.
Good preparation, though, on that play as Matthew Helms sniffed it out, was right there in line to make that play.
All right, Bulldogs go. Full house again, 2 wings and a centback and twin receivers to either side. And here we go. Long snap count, trying to catch the Rattlers in the neutral zone. They give it to Truss again. And, boy, this time that's a great play by Devin Roberts, who comes up and trips him down at the point of attack.
The safety, Devin Roberts, makes that play in the backfield for a loss and brings up a third down and 12. And another huge play for this Rattler defense, who could still force a punt. Shotgun formation as quickly the Bulldogs are ready.
Spread formation, receivers to either side, and
boy, they get a free play.
They caught the Rattlers in the neutral zone, and they're going to complete the pass downfield to number 84, Emmanuel Obajimi, 6'1", 193, the redshirt freshman from Miramar.
And the Rattlers are going to take the Samford Bulldogs are going to take the play,
yeah,
which is a bigger gain. And there's also somebody injured on the far sideline.
Rattlers got to do a better job of being disciplined at the line of scrimmage. First down, Samford at the Rattler 25-yard line now, 7:20 to play. Wing
where the tackle was being made.
Yeah, Summerlin was sacked, and it was big number 93.
That's Caleb Helms again.
Yeah. And it's going to go against the Bulldogs. Holding is the call.
Yeah, and the Rattlers smartly declined that penalty because there was a sack anyway on that play. Only a two-man route. And the Rattlers were able to cover those two receivers and get some pressure and come up with a sack. And it's third down now. The Bulldogs got to get all the way down to the 16-yard line.
And second down and 16. 7:07.
Have a real quick injury update. Terry Johnson, who was carried off the field last quarter, he is back in the game and back on the field.
All right. Yes, he is. Working the corner across to the near side here. Patrick Aiken on the other side.
Yeah, actually he's playing the receiver in the slot right now. It was only cramps, though. Once they got some fluids in him, he should be okay.
Yep. Second down and about 16 to go for the Samford Bulldogs. The ball is resting at the Rattler 33-yard line. And Andy Summerlin with Fabian Trust in the backfield. Twins to the near boundary, and the tight end is flanked that way. So if you want, you could say triplets there. Isolated receiver to the far side. They give it to Trust, but the Rattlers again come up and make a play. And it's Devin Roberts once again.
And the Rattlers doing a much better job of tackling this half. In the first half, the Bulldogs runners were bouncing off those tackles, gaining extra yards. Now they're going down on first contact.
6:27 to play in the ball game. Third down and 16. Mike, a very big third down here with 6 minutes left in the ball game. Summerlin triplets to the near boundary. Isolated receiver to the far side. And it's Fabian Truss in the backfield now. He shifts to the far side. Now Rattlers coming up. And John Ojo now back and back. Summerlin wants to pass. This pass is nearly picked off.
Good defense. Great defense. Got his head around on time. Makes a play on the football. And that's going to force a fourth down.
Is that Pillow? Jonathan Pillow with a great defensive play.
Yeah, tried to get the wheel route down, but that's a great play by Pillow.
Fourth down for the Samford Bulldogs.
And let's see if they try the long field goal.
Yeah, they're going to try the field goal. He already has hit one today from 42 yards.
And had room to spare. So this is from 50.
Yeah, 50-yard field goal here. From the right hash mark, 50 yards. And the Rattler, high. They're going
to pooch punt.
They're going to
try to pin the Rattlers deep. And it is not going to be successful. Tried to go with the pooch punt to pin the Rattlers down deep in their own territory, but that ball takes a Rattler bounce, goes into the end zone, and the Rattlers will take over at the 20-yard line, trailing by just one touchdown and 5:45 to go.
For those fans who didn't come back this week because they were afraid of the heat.
Yeah.
You're missing a great football game. Outstanding football game here today. Rattlers.
And actually, we're getting a breeze up here, which is not even as uncomfortable as it could have been.
Yeah. And the other thing is you won't get a chance to see the Rattlers play now for another 4 weeks when we come back for homecoming. Rattlers give it to
little reverse
action. That's a good run over there by
may have been Albert.
Yeah, looks like Omari Albert. And Albert's going to pick up about 9 yards on that play. Make it second down and 1.
Yeah, they faked the jet sweep and gave it to Albert coming back the other way on a little counter. And that's the first time we've seen that combination of backs, Albert along with James Owens in the ball game at the same time.
Now Owens steps up and works a slot. Albert in the backfield and receivers to either side. And this time we give it to Albert again. He's trying to turn that corner. He does turn the corner. Scoots his way to the 35 and bumped out of bounds at the 36-yard line. And Omari Albert's going to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And a good block by number 75 for the Rattlers, Zary Patterson. over here at the right tackle spot. Did a tremendous job of hooking that man and allowing that corner to be turned. .4:55 and the clock running. First down, Rattlers at the 36.
First down and 10 Rattlers. Damian Fleming sends a man in motion. This time we fake the jet sweep again. Trying to go back to trying to run the same play, but this time
not the same execution.
Yep. Not the same results.
Yeah, and actually they collided in the backfield. That timing a little bit off on that play all the way around. Brings up a second down and 14. Boy, that is a big loss of yards on that first down play.
Yeah, I want to say hi to Doc Foster, working the board over at the big station, 96.1, our flagship station on the Rattler Network. And here we go, second down and about 15 to go for a Rattler first down now. And we got some whistles.
But with 4:24 after the way this game started, who would have thunk the Rattlers were only going to be one score down and a chance right now to tie this ball game up and send it in overtime.
And Mike, let's make the point here. You know, this Samford team only lost by 10 points last week at Arkansas, an SEC team.
Actually led going into the fourth quarter of that ball game.
So, I mean, that says quite a bit about, you know, the progress this Rattler football team is making. All right, here we go. Second down and 15.
You know, there's one other Southern Conference MEAC matchup going on today as Elon takes on A&T. And A&T actually knocked off Appalachian State
last week.
That's right. So they're taking on their second Southern Conference team in a row. These Bulldogs have been road warriors, though, Keith. They played 7 road games here in 2013. They're third in a row to start the season. Still trying to get the clock figured out. 4:06 is what is showing on the board right now. And score at 27-20.
Yeah, the referee asked the clock to be reset.
I like to find a little.
No, let me correct that. Robert will be stacking up the plates.
We'll be in Columbus playing the Ohio State Buckeyes, who are probably one of the early picks to go to the national championship.
Yeah,
game.
Braxton Miller, though, Mike, didn't know if he was going to play at all today.
And if he doesn't play today, I would not expect him to play next week.
Yeah, the quarterback for the Buckeyes of Ohio State. All right, Damian Fleming and the Rattlers now with a second down and 15. Play is resumed. 3:48, clock is ticking. Good snap. Damian looking to pass. Hit in the backfield. Picks up a lane. And Damian's going to go down at he's going to be near the original line of scrimmage. And it's going to bring up, looks like third down.
Maybe 3rd and 9.
And let's call it 10.
Yeah, only a 4-man rush. They dropped 7 into coverage. And this is really a big third down play as the clock rolling down near 3 minutes in the ball game.
Yeah. Rattlers send triplets to the far boundary, isolate Linworth over here to the near side. And the Bulldogs are bringing blitz. Oh, man, the Rattler running back didn't block anybody. That ball is tipped and picked off by Kimberlin, his third pick of the afternoon. And Kimberlin trying to find some place to go. He's going to be still on his feet at the 45, now turns upfield at the 40-35, and Kimberlin still finally ridden down at the 28-yard line.
Well, the thing about Kimberlin all over the field, first of all, the blitz was not picked up. Now, we don't know whether he was supposed to go hot and that ball thrown to him or whether he was to pick it up, but the rush did come through, and that is the 3rd interception of the afternoon for Kimberlin, again on the overthrow, who runs all over the field.
Yeah.
And it's finally down inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, you got to bump that guy at least. I ain't look like he just darted off.
I'm going to reserve on that because the throw might have supposed to go to him hot, uncovered.
Well, once the guy goes back by you got to turn around and catch the football. Here we go.
Truss
on the carry. He's going to get a couple. Rattlers converge on the football. 2:32 to go.
And the other problem right now is that the Rattlers don't have any timeouts to stop the clock.
Yep. 2:20 to play here, 27-20. And here we go. The Bulldogs, the second down and about 8 to go. Rattlers climbed from a deep hole, Mike. Offensively, though, still just didn't help ourselves today. Here we go. They give it to Truss again. And Truss lunges forward. He's going to be down at about the 21, maybe the 22, maybe the 21-yard line. Not exactly sure. It's going to bring up third down and short. Third down, about 3 to go for Samford Bulldogs.
Yeah, and those early timeouts that we had to use as the play clock ran down, Keith, is really hurting us not having those timeouts right now.
Yeah. Summerlin and the Bulldogs now. Ball's resting at the Rattler 22 yard line.
Milking the clock for Hall.
Yeah, they're going to milk the clock now.
Going to hand that ball off to Truss going right.
And he's got the first down. And that will probably just about do it.
Yeah, that's going to do it. They may run one more play, or they may just go ahead and take a knee since the Rattlers can't stop the clock anymore. Not risk any kind of exchange.
Well, the Rattlers are going to fall to 1-2 on the season. And the Bulldogs will improve to 2-1. Rattlers next week on to take on the Buckeyes of Ohio State. 100+ thousand fans in the horseshoe.
Yeah, one of the things I've always wanted to see was the dotting of the I and the script Ohio.
We'll get to see it next week. We saw those Boomer Schooner last year. And Summerlin's going to take a knee. 36 seconds. That'll be.
That's going to do it.
That's going to do it. But the Rattlers on to Ohio next week.
But they fought gamely, Keith. You're talking about a team that we were down early, not looking good at all, but this team was able to right itself and make a great ball game out of this.
Yeah. And so, after the Ohio State Buckeyes, the Rattlers get an open week. Well, that's going to do it here in Tallahassee. The final score, Samford 27, FAMU 20. We'll be back with our Tallahassee Democrat Rattler wrap-up show after these words from our network sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network.
If we're going to be champions, we can't be fair weather people. We've got to be there when the chips are down. We've got to be there when the smiles are on our faces. True champions fight every day. True champions fight all the time. True champions fight when they're tired. Anybody can go when you're on the mountaintop. But we got to go when we're down in the valley. And we're going to the top. But the march to the top starts right here tonight. This is the year of the Rattler. Go, Rattlers, go! And we're going to strike. And we're going to strike. And we're going to strike again.
This could get ugly.